Assalamu alaikum. Today I will present guidance how to download and sign up NUSUK app, which is needed for appointment for Rosa Rasul, which is Riazul Jannah area, and Umrah permits. So let's start. First, you open Apple Store and you search NUSUK, NUSUK, and you will see that this app comes up. There are many apps present here, but we're looking for NUSUK, which was Eatmarna previously. So once you open it, you download it, okay, and then you open it up, and don't allow the locations, and then you have to sign up. So you will click the new user, and there are different. On top you will see citizen, residence, Gulf, or visitor. So if you have a visitor visa, you click on visitor, you insert the visa number, you insert your passport number, date of birth, your nationality. So you can search United States or United Kingdom or Canada, so it will come up. And then your country code, again you have to select the country. I'll select the United States of America. Then you insert your phone number, and then you have to give your email address. So the phone number is required for each applicant, so you need to have a phone number and email address for each applicant. Separate email address, separate phone number. If you use the same phone number or same email address for multiple people, then it will not let you sign up. So everybody has to has a different phone number and different email address, even for the children too. So I'll put that email and then reconfirm the email. Then you will select your password. So once the password is done, then you can click on need special assistance if you need a wheelchair. Otherwise you will click accept the terms and conditions. I read the conditions, and immunization and visit kingdom and service for Muslims. So with this you will click on register. So once you have the app, then it will send you a code on your email address. So it does not send you a code on your phone number, but at your email address. So you open up your email and insert the code here, 250, and then you click verify. Once it's verified the code, you will come to the screen again. You will click the visitor, your nationality, United States of America, enter your passport, and then enter your password, and you click. Okay, so once you get this code, you will verify it, and it will say that it wants to access your calendar. You can allow it or don't allow it, and then you will see this page come up, which is on top. You will say these are the services for Hajj, then the Holy Mosque services, and then the Prophet Mosque services. So if you want to get the Umrah permit, then you will click the Umrah. You will click the name, and you will continue, and it will show up the calendar. So in this calendar, it gives only the next 2 weeks dates availability. There is a red and green and yellow, so it shows how congested or crowded the area is. So if you click on 15, for example, and it will then show you the timings, and you can click the time again. The color coding is just to show how crowded the area would be and at this time. So once you click the time and you select it, and you will continue, you will click the continue, it will give you the appointment. So you can have only one appointment at one time. You cannot have multiple appointments. Same thing, praying in Noble Rawada Men, you will click it, which is the area in Masjid al-Nabawi for Riazul Jannah appointment. So you will continue, and then it will give you the date. You select the date and you select the time, and you say continue, and it will register you and give you the appointment for that. So this app need to be downloaded before you arrive in Saudi Arabia. If you're going to Medina first, then you download this, you sign up. In order to sign up, you need to have again the passport number, the visa number, and your phone number and email address. And everybody has to has these four things. And you cannot use duplicate or use the same phone number or email address for multiple people. So each family member, including children, has to has their own visa number, passport number, phone number, and email address. I know it's difficult, but you need to arrange some phones or some things. Once you are signed in, then it's easy. Once you sign in, then you can log in the same app with different people. But you need to make sure each time you log in, it send the code to your email address which one you used at the time of the sign up, because it send a code to the email address and you need to insert that code in order to get in. In Medina, some of the hotels, before they check in, they want to make sure that you have this app installed and you have sign up for this app, even though you didn't get an appointment because it's difficult to get it, but they want to see that you have this app on your phone and you are signed up. So one last thing, very important thing, is that once you get the appointment, then it gives you a QR code, and the QR code is flashing. So when you go to the Masjid al-Nabawi, they want to see you to sign up and sign in, open the app, and they want to see the date, the time, and that the QR code is flashing. So what does that mean is that you cannot take the picture of the appointment and just show it to them. It does not work. They want to see the QR code flashing. That means you need to have your phone or internet or data need to be working when you go, you try to enter masjid, especially for the area, Riyazul Jannah area, for which you get the appointment. You can go to the Masjid al-Nabawi without an app to offer your prayers or for any other purpose. It just that area require this app and appointment. So if you don't have an appointment, you cannot go into this area. Once your appointment time come in, you go to the gate and there is a line. They will see the QR code. They will let you in. They're allowing only 10 or 15 minutes for you to pray inside, and then they ask you to leave so they can bring the next group. So another important thing is that once you have the appointment done, you can use the same phone but using a second login. If there are two people, for example, they have one phone, so they have to sign out and sign in again with the second username, password, and email address, and then you can show them the second code, and that will work too. So hopefully this information can help you to understand the entire process.